Narcissists and Grief. This is Radical Self-Respect with Jared Mello. I have an ebook and audiobook by the same name. Helps people that have struggled with assertiveness, confidence, people-pleasing, boundaries, etc. And please do like and subscribe to my channel if you like the idea of radical self-respect, the concept, and share with others that you think might benefit. Now today is going to be a shorter video, but it's something I've been noticing lately amongst narcissistic people that I've seen. I've seen it mostly in women. Now, I don't want to sound sexist about it, but I've seen this mostly in women. And it happens when someone they know dies. And sometimes you wouldn't even know that they were even friends with that person when that person was alive. But then all of a sudden the person dies and they act as if they were best friends forever. And I call it LARPing emotions, where they're live action role playing what it's like to actually have grief. So an example of this would be creating these long drawn out posts about the connection they had with that person and how devastated they are, how their life's never going to be the same, and how they wish that person was there with them at the time or in spirit, etc. But there's just something about it that seems so fraudulent and not genuine about it. And I was bothered that I was even thinking this for a while, but I would read it from multiple people doing this live action role playing of grief. And I couldn't put my finger on what exactly was bothering me. And I finally figured it out. It's like these people, they're making the death about them. And they're using it as an opportunity to get attention. And they're trying to get supply in the form of sympathy. Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. And they're just making it about them. Like the way I try to live, it's with more humility. And I try to stop myself from doing blatant displays of just attention-seeking behavior because it kind of is repulsive. And so when I see this, it just gives me like an icky feeling where, and it's not to say I'm not sorry for their loss, but it's just not cool to try to make the death about you, right? It's not cool. It's like that person, maybe you were close to them, maybe you weren't, but if you were, it's like, I think there's something to be said about keeping some things private or amongst a close circle of friends. But when we broadcast this kind of thing and blast it out to the social media universe, there kind of becomes something hollow or seedy about it, in my opinion. And it's because what? Narcissists do struggle with showing empathy, and if they can show any empathy at all. And so they'll do this LARPing of emotions. They'll do this LARPing of grief. But I see it for what it is oftentimes. It just is often an attempt to try to get supply in the form of sympathy. And they're trying to get attention, and they're trying to make that person's death about them. And it's just really a behavior that I don't really like, and it comes off in a negative way, and I just don't like it. And so it's just one of those things that I've noticed that some people that have struggled with narcissism, they do. And I keep my eye on it, and I make sure I'm careful around those kinds of people, because I'm learning more and more that I need to be careful who I even let in, period. Because once you let someone in that's a little more on the unhealthy side, has unhealthy behaviors, it's very difficult to get out of that situation unscathed. There will almost always be some form of drama, or there's some sort of calling out that they'll end up doing on you or something, where it's just difficult to get out of it with peace. And so I'm trying to observe more on who I even let in my life anymore. Who am I going to let closer to me? And this is all about practice. It's about, because we're not going to get good at this overnight, especially if we've struggled with boundaries in the past. We're going to have to learn, okay, what's a red flag to us? What's something we got to watch out for? And this narcissistic LARPing of grief, that's just one of those red flags that I've noticed, where it's just not a behavior that I admire. Now, granted, a lot of them probably don't even realize they're doing it, but making someone's death about you is really not a cool behavior at all. And so it's just one of those things that I implore the rest of my audience here to look out for, because to me, it's certainly a warning sign of perhaps trouble to come if you're going to let that person in your life. So that's all I have for today. I know it's a quick video, but I wanted to get this off my chest about just something I've noticed with narcissists and grief. So please let me know what you think about this video. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Any other similar experiences you have in your own life? I'd love to hear them. And with that, thank you very much for watching.